Reynon here. Today is yet again another build showcase, and it's Gyre Prime. Today I'm going to show you my Gyre Prime build, so let us immediately start. Alright, let's start with the mods first. So the mods I'm using my Gyre Prime, we have ability strength, knockback immunity, shield increase, adaptation from 9% DR, 75% DR, range, energy economy, maximum energy, and of course this augment. This is very important if you want to sustain your fort ability and snapshot. And that's it. These are the mods. For the Arcanes, Arcanes for shield sustain and multi-augmented for 60% ability strength once you kill 250 enemies. These are the Arcanes. For the stats, health is horrible, shield is very good, armor is horrible, energy is more than enough. You're going to spam your first ability, press your second ability, all of that. Ability duration is more than enough, efficiency is negative, range is more than enough, and ability strength is going to be much higher. And that's it. These are the stats, the mods, the Arcanes, and now it's time for me to show you the abilities. For the abilities, let's start with the passive first. Her passive is quite interesting. Gyre's abilities have a 10% chance to deal critical damage for each electricity status effect on the enemy. So if you have 10 stacks of electricity on the enemy, it's going to be guaranteed yellow crits, 20 stacks, guaranteed orange crits, 30 stacks, red crits. You're going to see a lot of orange and red crits with her, and it's quite satisfying. That's the passive. Arc Sphere, her first ability, what it does, you're going to toss a Tesla ball in a small radius. It's going to crowd control enemies. It does some damage, not the greatest, but it does proc your fort ability, so you're going to see a lot of snapshots, and it's quite good. That's the first ability. Her second ability I did remove for Pillage. Pillage is much better. You don't really need grouping with Gyre. Pillage, what it does, it armor strips and shield strips in a large radius. It restores shields for you and your allies, and it removes status effects. This is quite good. That's the second ability. Cathode Grace, her third ability, what it does, it gives your weapons and your abilities higher critical chance. It also constantly gives you energy over time. Not only that, when you kill enemies, you will prolong the duration on your third ability. And we also have Cathode Current, her augment for her third ability. What it does, it prolongs the duration for your fourth ability and allows your fourth ability to snapshot. It's quite good. That's the third ability. Rotovel, her fourth ability, what it does, it creates a giant field of electricity around you. Every time you shoot enemies or if enemies are near you, it's going to zap a couple of enemies. It does some damage. It can crit thanks to her passive. Not only that, when you kill enemies while your third ability is active, it will prolong the duration for your fourth ability. It can snapshot, so every time you kill enemies, it's going to constantly zap enemies in a large radius. And we also have the augment, which gives us damage redirection. And you can easily cap this by killing enemies, which we will, and growing power. And that's it. That's all of her abilities. Now it's time for me to show you the shards. For the shards are highly command free to use. It's going to be 4 violet, gain 50% ability damage on enemies affected by electricity status effect, and 1 yellow for cast speed. And that's it. Now it's time for me to show you Gyre's kit. Alright, let's start. I'm going to spawn level 205, Steel Path, Auric Embellier dudes. Now let me show you the abilities. You're going to start by pressing your third ability, fourth ability, press Pillage to get overshield and armor strip enemies a little bit, kill enemies to prolong the duration of your third ability and fourth ability, as you can see bottom right. There we go, 30 seconds now. My fourth ability is like 60 seconds and something. So while killing enemies, your third ability and fourth ability will last forever. You will also toss your first ability to crowd control enemies. Your first ability can also proc your fourth ability, which is going to help you out a lot with clear. Second ability, armor strips, shield strips, all of that stuff. And yeah, you're very tanky as well. You can see constant red crits and orange crits from your abilities. Now let me unpause these enemies to show you the survivability. There we go. Shoot me, boys. Come on. You can see the crowd control from your fourth ability is helping you out with survivability. If these enemies are status immune, they're going to shoot you. We have Arcanes for shield sustain, large shield from primary direction. We have 50 DR from shields, 75 DR from your fourth ability augment, and 9% DR from adaptation. With all of that, your EHP is really high. Come on, Arcanes proc, please. Arcanes, there we go. Arcanes procced, and you are pretty much unkillable. Any content you go in, you're going to be very tanky. And of course, you're not going to stand still and allow enemies to shoot you. You're going to move around, shoot, and all of that stuff. And yeah, that's it. Now it's time for me to show you Gyre against Steel Path enemies. So, let's go. And we are in. I'm up against the corrupted enemies at the Void. Steel Path, of course. It's survival. The maps for mod. I'm going to show you this build right here. As you can see, I am very tanky. The moment Arcanes procs with all that DR, I can't really die. Any content he tosses at me, I'm going to have a very easy time when it comes to survivability. You have 2 layers of shield recharge, which is quite good. Pillage and Arcanes. Large shields, 3000 shields with over shields. Second ability also removes status effects from you, which is quite good. Prime shoot footed for knockback immunity, of course. We have crowd control. We constantly have our third ability and fourth ability, which is quite nice. You can also use your first ability to help you out as well, if you like it a lot. If you like the second ability, you can remove the first ability, replace it with pillage, and keep the second ability if you like grouping, of course. What else? The only downside is when it comes to survivability is the toxin proc, but that's every shield frame. But yeah, very tanky, very sustainy, good damage, solid clear. You can have a ton of fun with her. There we go. I fixed all the problems I had on her. She feels much nicer now. The purple shards are kinda a must-have if you want to do a lot more damage with your abilities, especially your fourth ability. There we go. Use my second ability. Once, twice, goodbye armor. There we go. You kinda also need the armor strip to help out your fourth ability, so your fourth ability will do more damage. There we go. First ability over here, over there, over here, doesn't matter. Excellent enemy. Yeah, he's going to have a very hard time, yep. And, yeah. Yep. There we go. Over here, you can use whatever weapon, doesn't really matter. You can also use a sentinel that keeps your shield, like gives you more shield sustain. Like Guardian, for example. If something bursts down your shields, Guardian is going to give you your shields back. There we go. Put down there as well. Alright, let's wait for the Acolyte to spawn now. Eki boy is here. Let's see. Jade laser. We need to be careful. Alright, Eki boy. Let's see. Let's armor strip the Eki. Yeah, Eki. I know. There you go. There goes the shield and armor. You can destroy that thing. The Eki boy is having a really hard time, as you can see. Not really doing much. The moment Arcanes procs. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Eki boy. Time for you, time for you to go. Time for you to go, buddy. And he is dead. Yep, there you go. I think you guys seen enough. That's Gyre. Time for me to leave. And be right back. And there you go. Gyre Prime is very good. I will highly recommend the Warframe and the build. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Thank you yet again everybody for watching. Leave a like and sub. And of course, see y'all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.